Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Southpaw Brad here, and uh I don't usually do a lot of new comic book day stuff simply because I don't go to I don't know, call me crazy. I don't go to my LCS every Wednesday to pick up books. Um that is something that has definitely hindered me in the past to some degree. In fact, this week I missed out on the Death of Doctor Strange, Elsa Bloodstone, like nothing. They had nothing. No cover A, no cover B, no 1 in 10. One of the places is I'm a little disgruntled with them because um, they're clearly much more of a record store than a comic store. So I'm, when I go in there and you don't have something, and then I go to another shop and they've got like 50 extra copies. I don't know you know, I don't know where my money's better spent. Like I might be better off just like buying everything from the other shop, because if I'm going to come see you and they're more local and super nice people, but if I go there and you never have anything in, now I could do a pull list and do my research beforehand, but I like, I don't know, I guess I like the experience of going in and just buying um right off the newsstand. So it's my fault. I could eliminate some of the problem by having something that they are willing to order, but I don't, and that's that. So uh, so some of the books I got are one of the things I do like about two of my local comic shops. We really have about three I would consider that have new comic books. But one of the things I like about those guys is those two is they'll have back issue, like recent back issues. So one store, they just have probably 10 or 12 long boxes of back, like recent back issues. So when they come off the wall, they put them in these long boxes alphabetically, no bag and board, but you can sift through, and I've actually found some really good stuff just kind of looking that way. But some of this stuff, there's a couple of these books that are older books, but I would say for the most part, these are my new comic book day haul for Wednesday, January 12th of 2022. So I just saw this, and this was kind of neat, and I've started looking through it a little bit. But this is and I don't know if I showed this before, but I'll show it again. It came from the same place. So uh King Tank Girl from Albatross. King Tank Girl #1, and really cool. Like she pulls Excalibur out and becomes king. And I don't know, just thought it was neat. From Albatross. Now this says Albatross Funny Books. This really is a funny book. I mean, the King Tank Girl story is one of several in this book. So it is those old school funny books that had, 5 different stories in it. This is that kind of book. So I just thought that was neat. $3.99 price tag, Albatross, King Tank Girl. So we'll set those over here. Lots of cables and stuff kind of laying around. I gotta get organized. Somewhere in these boxes, this week I'm gonna start knocking out some of these, but somewhere in these boxes is issue 1 of this book. In fact, I got 2 copies. One's a virgin variant, one's the regular. But Boom Studios, Buffy the Last Vampire Slayer. I have read issue 1. I read online, and then I read this one when it came in, and I've enjoyed this. I don't know what the general consensus is on this book, but I have enjoyed this. But I will say that I was a fan of the Buffy series and the Angel series. I liked both of those very much. So I do have some. There is some. The groundwork had been laid, so I'm familiar with the characters. And so far in both issues, there's a cliffhanger at the end that's that's going to cause me to buy issue 3. So far I've liked it. Now I don't know if you don't have any of the Buffy backstory, if that affects anything for you, but I'll say if you do have some backstory, if you were a fan of the show, this may appeal to you. It might be a good one for you to try out. So yeah, I've enjoyed it so far. Up next, I got Dark Ages number 4, Tom Taylor's run, and now that I've got several of these, my plan is to read these. I'm working my way right now through Moon Knight. Just finished Swamp Thing with Ram V, and working my way through Moon Knight now. And so far, both of those have been really good. So nice stories on both. So I've got some others I want to. Dark Ages is on the list, and well, a couple of these others too. But let's see. This one is I just love this cover, and this is just a standard cover A, but Daredevil Woman Without Fear. I really like that. Really cool looking cover. I didn't read the Chip Zdarsky run in Daredevil. I'm collecting volume 2, which was a really good run. But I think I'm going to have to go back and see if I can pull together the Chip Zdarsky run on I can't remember if that's volume 5 or 6, but I'm probably going to have to go back and get that because I've just heard such good things about it and wanted to read a little more. In fact, I'm pretty sure he's doing Devil's Reign also, and that's been pretty good so far. So excuse me. Up next, now this was one that that my homie Circumstances told me about, and this is issue 4, and I'm still rocking with this one. I enjoyed this this last one, but this poor Billy the Kid runs into some mean people. Like there's just some mean people in that he runs into, just rude and mean to him. I feel kind of bad for him, but this has been enjoyable, action packed, and you just wonder how in the world he's going to keep getting out of this stuff. But this is issue 4, and I've got all 4 of those. And I am, in fact, when I got this was the first one I read, and the next one was the second one I read when I picked them up. This one I've really been enjoying as well, and I'm going to keep rocking with this one too. So this is What's the Furthest Place from Here, issue number 3, and man, they're just each issue, there's a little more and a little more. The pace doesn't bother me. It doesn't feel slow at all to me. It feels like we're moving at the right pace. There's a lot. This was a little bit thicker book, I believe, but there's just a lot going on. And so I'm just feeling it, man. I like it. I'm enjoying it. I like the pace at which it's going. I could see maybe where some people might think it, maybe it's moving a little slow, but I'm okay with that. I'm I'm enjoying the rate at which it's moving. I think anymore, and I might be like scratching my head. I think it's moving along appropriately. Up next, I started getting hooked on Spawn. So I started off with Gunslinger Spawn. And then somebody said, well, if you like that, you need to try King Spawn. So I'm waiting on issue 2 of King Spawn, and then I can read those first 4 or 5 issues. But I am super excited. I have read issue 1, but I'm in a holding pattern right now. But I picked up, so one of my LCSs had, this is the Puppeteer cover. I believe that's cover A. The Scorched number 1. And I saw someone ask about, they're like, God, man, I wonder what the Mark Silvestri cover looks like. And I went to another LCS and they had that one. So I was like, doggone it, I got to get that one. That one I like better. I like that one a lot better. I like Mark Silvestri. If you have not seen the documentary about Image Comics, It was on Amazon Prime for a while. Go check it out because it's all about like when those guys got together and walked out of Marvel and then they walked across the street to DC and they're like, oh, all right, look at this, man. This is a dream come true. We got all these famous artists and writers and all this stuff coming here. It's like, no, we just came over here to tell you we're not coming here either. So it took some cojones to do that. But it's a really, really good, it's a really good documentary about those guys. And they were absolute rock stars. I mean, absolute rock stars. They could go nowhere without getting noticed. This one there's been so much talk about this character. And I saw this book in the recent back issues, like I was talking about earlier. And this has some backstory. There's also another character introduced in here. And who knows where it's going. I don't particularly love the anime style of art, but the character's intriguing, and I know they've got big plans for him. So this is Swordmaster number 9. I picked this up for cover price. I think it's going for a little more than that. Swordmaster stuff is just a little tough to come by. Of course, his first appearance was first cover in War of Realms, Agents of Atlas number 1. First in story appearance is issue 2. So those are kind of out of reach. So yeah, do the next best thing and just pick up. All right, I think this is do the next best thing and pick up. This is from his first solo, and there's some interesting characters in there. But someone, believe it was our boy Astro Wizard, mentioned I feel I'm a little bit lost when it comes to Star Wars. Now, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I saw Star Wars A New Hope before it was A New Hope. I saw it in the movie theaters when I was a kid, and I was so mad because I accidentally fell asleep towards the end of the movie. I was so mad that I did not get to see the whole thing because, I mean, everything's centered around it. I had an X-Wing fighter. I had a bunch of the toys. I had to get the official poster, the painted poster. I wanted an album with the Star Wars theme song on it. I bought 3. The first 2 were like knockoffs or orchestra knockoffs of the Star Wars theme. And I finally found it. My mom God bless her, she kept buying it and buying these albums and buying these albums until we finally got something that was accurate. So I was appreciative. But I'm a bit lost and I wasn't sure where everything fell. So I just started reading High Republic. And I'm like, it would be so helpful if I knew where all this stuff fell in the regular. I'm familiar with the movies. And I was familiar with the Marvel comics, that first series. I wasn't collecting when Dark Horse did Star Wars. And, and then, of course, when they picked back up, I wasn't. But, I kind of got intrigued by it when I realized that they're going to do a live action of High Republic. So I was like, God, if I only knew how this stuff fit together. Lo and behold, page 2 or 3 or whatever in High Republic, they had this timeline and it tells you everything about everything. So High Republic, then you go to Fall of the Jedi, and those are the movies that fall, or so this is in like within the first couple of pages. So I was like, man, I got to like print that out and laminate it. I need that. I've got to study that. I need to know more about this stuff. So yeah, I thought that was cool. So now I really think it would be cool to go through and like watch everything chronologically as it's listed on here, just so I have a better understanding. But I want to know more about the Star Wars comics. So Astro Wizard had mentioned so on Instagram that he had picked up this book. So this is Star Wars High Republic Trail of Shadows number 1, and I think this is cover A. So number 1. So my LCS had all 3. So I got number 1, I got number 2, and I got number 3. So now, all right, let's see. And I think this is only 5 issues. So this story arc, there's I don't know, man. I guess I always wonder why they put stuff like this out when they're going to do a High Republic. Like, is it a cash grab, or is it to are they trying to piece together a story that they're going to introduce characters they're going to include? Who knows? The other one I picked up, and this is also, I guess, like a mini series, Star Wars High Republic, Eye of the Storm. So there's just so many characters, man. I'm not familiar with, but I want to, and you really have to read all those. Last book here, and we're at 16 minutes, so this will be a very reasonable amount of reasonable video for you guys to watch. So I'm looking out for you yet again. They just had a back issue there, the War of the Bounty Hunters, number 14, and its first appearance of a bounty hunter. Can't remember, don't have the name in front of me, but one of these bounty hunters, you never know who's going to pop up in there. But I've got a couple of these issues, but I didn't collect this one real heavily. So that's everything from New Comic Book Day. I didn't get a bunch, and like I said, I don't have a pull list, so I missed out on Elsa Bloodstone and her sister and her brother and all that stuff. So it is what it is. I'm not going to let that it's just interesting that Elsa Bloodstone's sister, like, we haven't even seen Elsa Bloodstone yet, and everybody's going nuts for Elsa Bloodstone's sister. And it's like, it kind of feels like maybe we're putting the cart before the horse a little bit. Then they introduce like Cullen Bloodstone's her brother, and he's, but we haven't seen any of these people. We haven't seen their dad, who's like the big dog. Haven't seen him. May or may not. I don't know. Maybe they'll do like a family, like Monster Hunter type thing or something. Who knows? But yeah, I was disappointed I wasn't able to get at least cover A. But it is what it is. That's part of the game. You snooze, you lose. And but I was happy with the other stuff I got. Looking to read some stuff. As you know, I'm a big spec guy. I like to speculate on books, who's going to be in the MCU, and pick up those first appearances and connect the dots and do some research to figure out who's going to be the next hot character. And, but I still collect runs. I still collect books to read. I've got several indies that I'm reading now too. So, I was happy with what I picked up this week. Gave me plenty of stuff to read, and, been enjoying it. So, that's it, folks. I'll be getting back to you again this week. I just posted a card. I ripped open 2 packs of basketball cards. Just posted that. This will be going out here soon. We'll get back to breaking open. I've got 6 large boxes. I've got to find. I need to see if my LCS will sell me like 1 prestige or magazine size. I'm looking forward to reading this, and I love the size because the art is just so massive. But I've got to find a bag because I'm just freaking out that thing's going to get beat up. But I've got 6 boxes this size, so they all have 15 to 20 bucks in them. All this stuff we got to get moving on. There's stuff in there I need to read, stuff in there I need to share, spec wise. So, got a lot of stuff planned for 2022, folks. I appreciate you very much. Thank you for stopping by. I'm going to go do some art for this thing and get it ready to post. But I appreciate you so much. Thanks for taking an interest in what I share. If you know anybody who needs to know about my channel, send them my way. We're accepting new members at this time, so I appreciate all the support, all the likes, all the love, all the subscribers, and everything. It's been a lot of fun. So thanks a lot. Wishing you the very best 2022 this year, and I'll see you around. So you guys take care. Have a great week, and see you next time.